Welcome to another week of The Living Proof. I am Travis Larson, sales agronomist for the Arthur Companies based out of our Prairie Towers location. Today I'll be discussing our variety test plot trial that we're doing out here 10 miles south of Harvey. We'll also be taking a look at late planting corn versus early planting corn. Our soybean and corn variety trial includes 14 soybean varieties, 6 of which are new, which is very exciting this year. We got a good start to the plot. Everything came up very well. With the Extend platform, we've had all new varieties brought to us 3 years ago. So this will be the first year that we have a variety that's been in the plot for 3 years to give us a comparison to the new varieties that are coming out. Our plot extends 1,225 feet in length. So with the soybeans, we seeded 15-inch rows or 15-inch spacing rows, 7 rows per variety. So we'll be getting a 1/4 acre per variety, which will be very nice to have that type of size as we're comparing yield on varieties. With the corn, we have 13 varieties in our trial, 5 of which are new, which is quite a few new varieties for corn. The corn is in 30-inch row spacing, and again, that goes 1,225 feet, so we'll be getting a 1/2 acre look at each corn variety. We're also going to be taking a look out here at, like I said earlier, early corn versus late planting corn. We had very cool conditions in May, and a big topic was, should I start planting or should I wait? So we took a look at what 82-day corn can do planted on June 6th. And the field itself, that borders everything around the test plot, was planted on May 16th. When we look at growing degree units, based from the time that the early planted corn, it has received 328 growing degree units, which would put it at about a V4 stage. The late planted corn has received 128 growing degree units. As we look at the early planted corn versus late planted corn, the early planted corn was seeded on May 16th. The late planted corn was seeded on June 6th. As corn needs a little over 100 growing degree days to even germinate, the corn that was planted on May 16th sat in the ground for 15 days before it even germinated. The corn that was planted on June 6th only sat in the ground for 7 days before it was able to germinate due to the growing degree days. The early planted versus late planted, even though it was 23 days apart on planting, when you look at corn years, it's only 7 days behind when we consider the upcoming months would have an average growing degree days of about 25 units per day. The early planting corn, after it germinated, 15 days after it was seeded, once it germinated 3 days later, the soil temp was actually warmer than the outside temperature, which makes corn grow horizontally or down, and it kind of sets an uneven stage on emergence. On the late planted corn, we never had any temperature dip below 60 degrees for soil temp or air temp, which has allowed it to come up a little more even. The other research that we will be doing out here is taking a look at 2 of the more popular corn residual burn down products that can be sprayed in corn while the corn is out of the ground. We'll be taking a look at Armazon Pro on the test plot corn and comparing it to the use of Lotus that the farmer himself has been using on all of his corn acres. We just want to get a comparison of how they perform, how long the residual lasts, the weeds that they control during the season, and the main weed spectrum that we have around here. As we compare Armazon Pro to Lotus, the main weed that we're looking at controlling season long is kochia. Kochia has become our #1 enemy in this area, and we're just looking for that extended control through the season to where the corn shades out the rest of the field. This wraps up another week of The Living Proof. I want to thank Shale Family Farms for their cooperation and the use of their land to be able to put in a research trial of this size. It's really beneficial for us to take a look at a larger scale trial when we're doing research, to be able to put some proof into the products that we are promoting and learning about ourselves. If you would like to take a look at the plot later in the season as the varieties reach maturity, please contact myself or Nick Rigg, and we will be happy to come out and show you the plot. Thanks for tuning in to the latest episode of The Living Proof. Stay tuned to social media.